Day 34, signs and speech. We work through Acts. We're looking at Acts 14 this morning. In Acts 14, we see that there are many signs. If you listen to Acts 14, verse 4, Paul was doing, by the message of his grace, was being enabled to do many signs and wonders. And in verses 8 to 10, there's a man in Lystra who's sitting without strength in his feet, and he'd never walked. He was lame from birth. He listened as Paul spoke. After looking directly at him and seeing that he had faith to be healed, Paul said in a loud voice, "Stand up on your feet." And the man jumped up and began to walk around. And when the crowds saw these signs, they wanted to make Paul and Barnabas gods. And they began coming and bringing sacrifices at them. And Paul shouts, of course, and says to them, No. We're just telling you the good news. So we have signs here, but we're actually proclaiming to you something about somebody. And listen to what he says. He says, we're proclaiming you, verse 15, chapter 14, why are you doing these things? We're people just like you. We are proclaiming good news. And the good news is, he says, turn from worthless things to the living God, the one who made the heaven, the earth, the sea, and everything in it. Paul says that idols and things that we chase after in life are worthless. They cannot give us the power that we really need, or the life that we really need. That is, things that we decide we think are ultimate in our lives, things that we use, things to do with money, things to do with career, even things to do with family, things to do with our sexuality and our bodies, things that we like and things that are good. We perceive them to be things that will ultimately give us the most meaning and significance. When I can get that done, then I will be happy. When my children are into collecting certain book titles, and they're already onto the next one and onto the next one, and when I read that one, then I will be happy. Paul says, ultimately, these things that are given into us in life are good things, but they're ultimately worthless, in that they can't give you the power you really need and which you really want from God. The approval we need, the strength we need, all of it comes from God. And so he says they're worthless because he tells them there is a God who made the heavens, the earth, and everything in it. That is, there is a God above it all. There is the one who gives us all things. And really, I finish with this. This is something that we don't like and we find nasty, and we think it's about Calvinism versus non-Calvinism, but God is sovereign. God is the one who has taken away everything. He's the one who gives us all things. And unless we realise that, if we're always struggling against God and recognise He's the one, the living one who made all things, the heavens, the earth and everything under them, we'll always be struggling with Him, and we'll always be saying, why me? And we'll always be wanting more and more out of life. But the secret is to actually turn to the one who gives you all power and strength, and to submit yourself under His authority, and to come under His good reign, and to hear and listen to Him and live for Him. This is what Paul says. In the past, God allowed all nations to go their own way, although He did not leave Himself without a witness, since He did what is good by giving you rain from heaven, this is the witness, fruitful seasons, and filling you with food and your hearts with joy. That is, all the rain and the food and all of today's technology and modern things, all the things, the good things that we have, all are good gifts from God. And these are all witnesses to the goodness of God. But now He's shown Himself in the Lord Jesus Christ. And so this is the good news. You are to turn to the living God. That's it for today, signs and speech. We continue tomorrow.